Do you ever feel that self-help is set up for people who are maybe tougher or feistier than you are? What if you needed a completely different roadmap? Maybe you tune into those motivational videos and people are up at 5, 6 in the morning running tracks and doing all kinds of things, and then they're in the office and they stay in the office all day and they're giving orders and they're shouting away in a really lovely way, and you just sort of think, I can't do that. Like, I can't do success that way. And then perhaps you start to tell yourself a story that things are going to be smaller for you, that you're maybe not going to get to the heights that other more shouty, loud, pushy people are going to get to. This is not the case. With your gentle energy, with your way, maybe you feel like you're more codependent, maybe you feel like you get really saturated because you're very sensitive. It's okay. No matter how you are, you can still get to those top places. You can still make sure that your dream comes true. Hey, and you know what? If you're enjoying this content, maybe leave us a little comment below and perhaps even subscribe, because we want to make sure that we can be here for you every single week to help you to get where you know you can be. So point number 1 is that we've got to make sure that we are central to our own goals, to our own lives. Very often, if we are codependent, if we're more sensitive, we tend to make other people the point. We tend to think about what it is that they need. We're so used to anticipating other people's needs and meeting those needs. So the first thing that we need to do is we need to say, is this even my dream? Because when you put yourself in the center of your dream, that's when you have the energy to keep doing it. That's when you know that you can feel good every day because you're really tapped into the why. Why am I even doing this? And if you're doing it just to please other people, that's not going to be strong enough to sustain. So point number 1, make sure that this is your dream. Ask yourself, what do I need? What do I want? What else do I need? What else do I want? Which might be easier said than done, because if you're someone who is more sensitive, you're probably used to being needless and wantless. So it's time to put yourself in that frame, time to put yourself in the center of it and say, okay, I'm on this planet for a certain amount of time. What is this going to be all about? The second thing that we need to look at is, how are you communicating to yourself the time frame? You can scare yourself silly if you say, I'm going to make £1 million or $1 million this year, when you haven't made close to that before. But if instead you say to yourself, okay, you know what? I'm going to double it this year. I'm going to double it so it's at, say, 200,000. And then the year after that, I'm going to double it again. And then the year after that, I'm going to get myself to 1 million. Just that more gentle way of communicating it to yourself, gentle and yet still something that can really, really excite you. It makes all the difference. So make sure you're stating your goals in a way that doesn't scare you silly. It needs to be something that doesn't threaten to engulf you, but something that you know that you're on top of this, you've got this. Point number 3 is to set up your day in a way that works for you, not in some way that convention dictates. So you don't have to be getting up at 6 in the morning and running down a beach in order to be living a successful life. For me, I prefer to get up more gently, do some yoga, maybe even leave the yoga till later on, meet friends for breakfast. That's a huge thing I like to do. But a lot of people think, well, the evening is when you socialize. It doesn't have to be that way. You get to set up your day in a way that works for you. So what is it? Do you like to take breaks more often? Some people say, you know, work for 50 minutes and then take a 10-minute break. For me, I need to work for 40 minutes and take a 20-minute break, or work for an hour and then take the next hour off. It's not wrong. And often we think that there's a particular way that we have to live our day in order to be getting somewhere. Just really tune in with what works for you. What way do you like to do things? What ways are more productive for you? See you soon. Ring that bell so you know when a new video has come along. And if you want to join me over on Insta, it's Judymay_Murphy. You've got this.